I heard the hit before I saw it, with splintering, metal crumpling, screws pinging into the gutter. My mailbox lay on its back like a KO'd boxer, post snapped, black box folded in on itself. A smear of white paint across the ruin like a signature. The driver's door on the white SUV swung open, and out stepped Brianna Hale, 16, phone up, smirk loaded, daughter of our HOA president. Victoria Hale. She didn't say good morning. She said, "Nice toy, Cole," as if naming a pet she planned to steal. "That's not a toy," I told her. I kept wiping the ATV's saddle, trying not to give her the reaction she wanted. "And you're on my property." "Technically," she drawled. "Driveways are common area per bylaw 7, section C. Mom says so. The slab I poured and pay taxes on is mine," I said. "Take another step and it's trespassing." She laughed, glanced past me into the garage, and clocked the small magnetic key box stuck to a steel shelf. My second mistake. Her eyes lit up. She didn't even bother to hide it. "Mom says your ATV violates community standards," she added. Loud. Obnoxious. Not in keeping with the aesthetic. "It's parked. Silent. Go bother someone else." I turned to coil an extension cord. That was my third mistake. My phone buzzed. Motion alert from the interior garage cam. I thumbed the live view and watched, numb, as Brianna slid in quick as a snake, popped the magnetic box, palmed the key, and flashed pure glee at the lens. She ghosted back out. By the time I stepped to the driveway's edge, she was swinging a leg over the ATV. She jammed in the key, didn't look at me, raised her phone to frame herself, and winked. The engine thundered to life. One-handed, she gunned it, fishtailed, corrected, and tore off down the block of Riverview Oaks like she owned it. My wife Maya came out with her coffee. "Was that our ATV?" I held up the phone. "Part 1's on video," I said evenly. She lifted the key. "Then the bike." "Call the cops," she snapped. "Now." I kept my head. Already on it. I followed in my truck at the speed limit, dash cam rolling. Dispatch patched in. "I'm maintaining safe distance," I said. "Green 2022 Can-Am Outlander. Female juvenile driver. No helmet. Live streaming herself. We're northbound on Harbor Lane, approaching the roundabout at Crestview." Maya texted, then chimed in via speaker. I pulled the garage cam. Crystal clear. "And yes, you hit an AirTag in the rear storage, remember?" Of course I had. She pinged it, fed GPS to dispatch, and began stitching a real-time map of Brianna's route. Up ahead, the ATV tilted onto two wheels through the roundabout. She corrected by luck, not skill. Patrol units boxed the next intersection. Brianna panicked, hard right into Sycamore Court, a narrow street where kids played and dogs walked. Sirens intensified. I pulled over, per instruction. Units in pursuit. Dispatch said, "Stay put." A large white SUV screeched to a stop beside me. Victoria Hale stormed out in a pastel tracksuit and weaponized sunglasses. "Cole Walker," she shouted. I didn't correct the name. "You are harassing my daughter. I will have you arrested." "Your daughter stole my ATV," I said calmly. "She's actively evading police." She did no such. "I have it on video." The words hit like a slap. She flinched. A cruiser looped back. Officer Daniels stepped out, tall, measured. He took my statement while Victoria rifled her purse and thrust a crumpled sheet at him. "She has spontaneous seizure syndrome," she announced. "Legal medical exemption. Not responsible." It was a template printed from the internet. Medical exemption notice, in generic font. Legalese salad beneath, and at the bottom a looping signature. Victoria Hale. He folded it, handed it back. "Ma'am, this is not a legal document. It does not exempt vehicle theft." A scream cut the air, followed by skidding rubber and a metallic crunch from Sycamore Court. Officer Daniels sprinted for his cruiser. "Stay here." I rolled forward only when waved in, slow, behind the line. The scene turned my veins to ice. The ATV lay sideways, one front wheel bent at an ugly angle, the curb cratered. Brianna sobbed in a rosebush, scratched but fine. A baby stroller lay on its side, wheels still spinning. On the grass, Lily Carter clutched her crying infant, while Jason Carter wrapped them both, terror softening into fury. The tracks told the story. Brianna had jumped the curb. Lily had yanked the stroller just in time. Inches. Victoria barreled in and went straight to her daughter. "My baby, what did they do to you?" she cried, blind to the stroller, deaf to the infants. Thin wail. What did we do to her? Jason exploded. Your daughter almost killed my son. For a flicker, remorse crossed Victoria's face. It vanished. It was an accident. She has a condition. Officer Daniels cut in, voice like a gavel. Ma'am, your daughter is under arrest for vehicle theft, felony fleeing, and reckless endangerment. Step back for paramedics. Brianna's tears spiked, but the medics found scratches and ego, nothing more. When the cuffs clicked and the neighbors stared, the untouchable looked very much touched by consequences. That night, at our kitchen table, Maya outlined what my anger obscured. This wasn't random, she said, fingers flying over her laptop. Watch. She pulled all the footage neighbors texted after. Her message to our quiet group chat. We cut together a minute-by-minute path of recklessness. Blown stops, shouted boasts, the AirTag's red line weaving through our streets. One to snag my eye. A 90-second stop at the cul-de-sac behind the HOA maintenance shed. Why stop there? I asked. She opened a classified site and searched compliance pickup plus our neighborhood. Up popped vague ads. Landscape debris removal, patio furniture compliance. All stuffed with HOA buzzwords. One listing froze the room. Recreational vehicle compliance seizure. Removal of non-compliant ATVs per bylaw 11F. Pickup and hold fee $500. Contact community first. The account's surname matched Alan Brooks, Victoria's board ally. There is no bylaw 11F. I'd read them all. It was a shakedown. Drive the violation to a trailer at the cul-de-sac, vanish it, then sell it back for fees. Brianna wasn't joyriding. She was the repo arm. The police chase had wrecked. Their plan. We give them a sting, I said. By the book. Maya grinned. Let's set the hook. I called Officer Daniels, laid out the evidence, and the plan. We'd park a beat-up loaner ATV at my curb, answer the ad via Maya's fake, concerned neighbor account, and let community first come steal it, while detectives watched. No heroics, Daniels said. You're a witness. Next evening, the stage was set. At 7:55, an old flatbed rumbled up. Out climbed Trent Keegan, the HOA's security chief, and Alan Brooks. No knock. No notice. Trent kicked the ATV's tire. Yep. Violation 11F. He said, swagger wrapping a hollow core. I stepped onto the porch with a mug. Can I help you? Compliance pickup? Trent sneered, coming close. Too close. We're taking it. Owner can pay $500 to get it back. You're not taking anything, I said. Leave my property. He shoved me, just enough to cross the line. Instinct raised my hands, palms out. You just assaulted me, I said evenly. In front of your friend. And on camera. What camera? He bluffed, eyes darting. The one already streaming to the PD. Right on cue, two unmarked sedans lit up and boxed the flatbed. Doors flew open. Badges flashed. HOA security? Officer Daniels asked, contempt flat in his tone. You have the right to remain silent. Trent stammered nonsense about bylaws as Daniels cuffed him. To the truck rail. Across the hood, a detective cuffed Alan, who was already babbling. Victoria told us, like a bird set loose in a courtroom. We handed over everything. Garage video, route map, marketplace screenshots, live sting footage. That should have been the clean end. Morning brought a problem. Daniels called, furious. The dash cam SD card, the clearest angle of Trent's shove, had vanished from the evidence bag overnight. They were at the station till 3, Maya said, Victoria and her attorney. They'll discover we keep backups, I told Daniels, and sent him the cloud link. An hour later, his tone turned sharp and bright. With a warrant, detectives searched Victoria's home. Not in the office. Not in the car. Finally, a female officer opened Victoria's designer handbag. Inside a clear evidence baggie, my micro SD card, partial tag still attached. Ma'am, a detective asked, holding it up, why is evidence from an active case in your purse? Victoria crumbled. Bluster, denial, conspiracy. All of it buckling under a felony. Evidence tampering. They arrested her on the spot. The rest unfolded like a slow, precise machine. In juvenile court, Brianna looked small and scared. With video, AirTag traces, and a street full of witnesses, her attorney advised a plea. The judge ordered 1 night in juvenile detention, 2 years probation, license suspended until 18, a reckless driving program, 200 hours of community service, and restitution for my ATV, the stroller, and the rosebush. Not a slap, structure. Trent and Alan took pleas, probation, fines, community service. Trent later lost his security license. Victoria's case, evidence tampering, was the hammer. Motions and delays changed nothing. The card had been in her purse. She'd stolen proof from a police locker to protect a scam. The charge stuck, so did the fall. At the emergency HOA meeting, the room was packed, years of fines and threats sitting hot against the walls. I kept it simple. Times, dates, stills, reports, the sting, the missing card, the arrest. Silence. Then hands rose like a wave. Vote of no confidence. Passed. Terminate the security contract. Passed. Appoint an interim board. Jason Carter, Lily Carter, Mr. Henderson, others who listened instead of lorded. The neighborhood exhaled, something unlocking you. Didn't know was locked. A week later, the impound called. My ATV was ready. Victoria Hale's insurer footed the bill. I signed the last chain of custody form, rolled it into sunlight, and turned the key. The engine settled into a calm, even note. I buckled my helmet and took the long way home. Full stops at every sign, nothing flashy. Earned quiet. Maya waited on the porch, arms folded, that satisfied smile that says both finally and told you. I parked, killed the engine, listened to our street. Kids laughed. Someone's grill ticked to heat. No sirens. No golf cart. Martinet. Just a block that remembered itself. We didn't win by shouting. We won by being boringly relentless. Call first. Record everything. Verify every bylaw. Put truth on paper and let it sit. There with its own weight. Their power was noise. Ours was proof. What makes someone untouchable? Nothing. It's a fairy tale bullies tell until a street stops believing it. A camera rolls. A vote counts. A case number prints. A helmet buckles. The rain cleared. The board reset. The racket's wires showed in the light. I glanced at Riverview Oaks, at Maya, at the soft glow over our garage. Then I shut the door, and, for once, justice sounded like an engine idling steady.